Did you watch Avatar yet?
Nah. Like I told you, like I never even watched the other ones that came. Like if I want to watch Avatar, I'm gonna watch.
You never watched Korra?
Tried, didn't care enough. Like if it wasn't Aang, Sokka, and all them, like I didn't really care.
Well, happy belated birthday, Gigi. His birthday was this past week.
Really?
Yeah, his birthday was this past week.
Happy birthday! Please stop killing off characters.
Stop treating this like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, please stop.
I can't say anything, but I don't think we're gonna put the same one
for N.
Yeah,
for N. 1, 2.
Nah, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I told you. I know the characters.
He knows so much about One Piece, but just won't fucking watch it. Or did not watch the show. And then he didn't know the one big one that I put on there.
Who,
you knew Ace?
Oh, yeah.
Ace? You didn't know Ace? He put down Law for like the next answer.
Because I actually know it was T. And I put
Trafalgar. And I was like, you know fucking Law, but you don't know Ace. You know Doflamingo, but you don't know Ace.
Dude, technically it's port gas. So, anyways. Hey everybody, how we doing? Over here at FairweatherFriends. And as you can see, we've switched up a little bit. Real quick, moment of silence for the old studio. All right, moment of silence over. To my right, way over there, we got Connor. Connor, how we doing today?
Doing pretty good. I was definitely tested today. I talked a little bit about it. As you guys all know, I'm an animal lover. And I don't know if the universe or God was really testing me today, but I saw 2 dogs on the side of the road, both when I was in a hurry with a flat tire.
Yeah.
And I haven't stopped thinking about them. I want to go back. I want to adopt all the animals and just go get a plot of land and live out in the wilderness.
Right. In perspective here, Connor just got a baby kitten. So two street dogs versus, very docile kitten. I don't know who would win. So let's keep the dogs.
I know.
Just for right now, whenever this gets big and you get that plot of land, maybe then.
Yeah,
but
when I'm out of a 1-bedroom apartment.
Until then, let's keep it all one child for you, 2 children for me. Let's just keep it at that healthy number, right? So we got another great episode coming live to you guys. We're going to talk a little bit about some movies that we are actually excited for coming into 2024. Now, some have already released. Some we're actually looking forward to. One's right around the corner from me. Connor's going to drop his list as well. Then, Connor, I'm going to pick your brain a little bit about these anime movies, man. They're just banger after banger. I really want to see what you think about this and really see, what cracked the door open for anime to really get on the big screen. And then finally, we're going to wrap all this up with some anime that have surprised us. Some from last year, some from this year. And then, we got to end with a game. It wouldn't be a fair weather episode if we didn't end with some type of game. But first...
It's like a game for you. It's like a daily dose of torture for me.
This one will be fun. This one will test both of us. But first, we got to hop into it. It is my weekly What the Francesca moment. Now, this one actually has both of my daughters in it. My youngest Fiona and my oldest Francesca. Now, both of them are sick at home right now. So, we got grandma coming in clutch watching them for us. But Monday was my turn, right? So yesterday I had to stay home and I had to watch them. And Monique actually ordered a very big playpen. I'm talking like this thing was longer than me, right? Okay. So I'm putting it together and my youngest one is yelling at me. It's like barking orders, but she doesn't talk. So it's just a lot of nah. And I'm like, where's your manager? And then she'll look at me and then she'll keep going. So my oldest daughter, Francesca, she finally comes out and she's like, oh, wow, what's this? And I was like, oh, it's a new playpen. She said, oh, it's a playpen for me. And I was like, well, no, baby, you don't need a playpen. It's for Fiona. She was like, no, Fiona has her playpen. So we have a smaller playpen. But we had to get a bigger one because Monique works from home, so we need Fiona to be able to entertain herself. So, in my daughter's mind, bigger playpen
equals hers.
Means hers. Smaller playpen means Fiona's.
In child logic, that checks out.
I mean, it did. But I was like, no, baby, that's for her. So as soon as I put her in there, I go back to use the bathroom. I come back out. Fiona is out of the playpen. Francesca is in the playpen. I said, baby, what did you do? She said, I put her out. It's my playpen. So
you should have said it's everyone's playpen. That's what you should have said. And then you should have just got your happy ass in there and laid down and be like, now no one can have it.
No, I did. I laid down in there. So yeah, it's just, so if you have kids, I mean, you understand, man, listen, bigger equals bigger kids, smaller equals smaller kids. So, but yeah, man, let's switch gears a little bit. Connor, what's been going on with you, man? Tell them about this car, man. I mean,
I'm over it. I want to light it on fire, but I'm still paying it off, so I can't. I'm also never going home again. I'm never going home again. Every time I go, I end up on the side of the road. So what was it? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, blew out my engine. Told all you guys about it. Got it fixed. Got my car back. I'm supposed to go back home for another trip. We got some birthdays we were going to celebrate with the family. I get about 30 minutes outside Charlotte and a light pops up on my dash. And so immediately, just because I went through all that previously, pulled right over.
This man had PTSD from the car.
As soon as any light showed up, I was like, all right, pull over. Pulled up in a Shell parking lot. And it said, you have a flat tire. So all of them, supposed to be at 37. So I'm looking at them like 38, 39, 38, 7. It's like, fucking what?
Oh, that thing went down quick.
Yeah. So I looked out there. And I mean, I was just in time because I think I just barely saw the rim starting to get scraped.
Yeah.
Luckily, I pulled into a Shell parking lot, was able to get a bunch of that like sealant can stuff where it just fills your tire with foam, apparently.
Yeah.
There's some air in there first. Turned my happy ass around, dropped it off at home, and just kind of waited for the tire shop to be open the next day. But I'm over it, and it's true. When it rains, it pours.
Man,
it just keeps on coming.
I can't wait for the day for us to be able to take the money that we earn from this and buy you at least a Toyota Camry, bro. Like we're gonna do it, man. It's coming one day. It's in the works. So let's go ahead. Let's hop into our first topic. So. I'm a big movie goer. You're a big movie goer. Go ahead. If you want to go first, man, tell me some movies that you're looking forward to for this year.
So normal movies I'm definitely looking forward to is going to be that second Joker.
The Faux de Pas. I can never say. The one with Lady Gaga.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I don't know how to pronounce that either.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I just hurt anybody's feelings with my pronunciation.
Yeah, sorry for the French. I'm assuming it's French.
Yeah, it was. I'm off.
Definitely excited for the Deadpool movie just because of all the behind the scenes stuff that I've been reading about and how Ryan Reynolds has been like fighting tooth and nail to like not get overrun by they have a department over in Disney. It's like diversity and inclusion or something like that. And they tried to like high road the entire third act of the film.
Really?
Yeah, and trying to like bring in like She-Hulk like out of nowhere and like a bunch of like other setup for female superheroes. And Ryan Reynolds was having none of that shit.
I cannot wait for the jokes that is going to be portrayed in there because there's going to be some moment where he's like, and She-Hulk was supposed to be here, but you notice she's not. So I can't wait for that. And I think, is the title of the movie Deadpool and Wolverine or?
Yeah, it's called Deadpool and Wolverine.
Nice.
But the next, I know a lot of people are probably excited for this Godzilla King Kong. I know it's just like those movies keep getting better over time, obviously with better CGI and everything. It was never really my cup of tea.
Yeah. If you watch Godzilla -1, that was probably the best one that's come out in a while because it not only showed Godzilla how he's supposed to be, it was actually the first time in a long time where they actually got the humans right in a Godzilla movie.
Gotcha.
So,
but the one I'm really excited about is going to be Gladiator 2.
I heard that's a myth. I don't think it's coming out this year. It would be great if it does.
I mean, it just has a stellar cast. It looks good. I'm also excited for that Sydney Sweeney horror movie that she like wrote and is directing and starring in.
It's like, wait, you said Sweeney Todd?
No, Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, Sydney Sweeney. I thought you said Sweeney Todd. I was like, oh, I'm here for it. Let's go.
No, dude. It's like this. So an American nun embarks on a new journey when she joins a remote covenant in Italian countryside. And it looks like it's going to be pretty damn good. Also, Bad Boys is coming back. Didn't know that. I just saw it on the list, though. It's called Bad Boys for Life. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith.
Yeah, we'll see. That was the movie that apparently Will Smith almost got kicked off of after his Oscar fiasco. So
we'll
see. Hopefully hopefully they
another Kung Fu Panda. They always slap. Love a good Kung Fu Panda movie.
Kung Fu Pandas are great. Yeah.
Let me see. Look at a bunch of Marvel stuff. I'm over the Marvel stuff after that first phase or whatever ended.
Yeah.
With what was the last one? Infinity War, or was it Endgame? Which was the very last one of that saga? When they all
Endgame. Is it like you talking about the wrap up of that Marvel chapter?
Yeah.
Endgame.
Yeah, like I didn't carry on. I didn't watch any of the Disney Plus shows. I know like how good Loki was, but I didn't watch any of it.
Oh, Loki's great. The season 2 was even better, but
they dove way too deep into the whole multi-universal, because now nothing carries any weight like it did in that first time they did it.
True. But I mean, it was always there, right? But we're not even going to get into that because big disclaimer here. The way they did Jonathan Majors is absolutely egregious. And the fact that he now has been taken off his Kang when they wrote him in and he was the perfect fit. I mean, he fit the mold. He was playing it well. We're not even going to get into that.
There is a funny thing that they said Marvel has an opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. So it's a meme of the original Iron Man. You know, the guy who originally played Rhodey?
Yeah.
Who got cut because Robert Downey Jr. wanted more money.
Yeah.
It's like the moment when he's looking back at the suit and he's like, next time. And they're trying to bring him in for Kang as like an alternate.
Yeah. I mean,
that would be so fucking funny. I can get behind that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only way they could redeem themselves right now in my eyes, but it is what it is. But let me go ahead and hop into my list. So obviously, I'm a big Mad Max fan. I love apocalyptic anything. You're probably going to catch me playing some type of Fallout game in the near future on the Twitch channel I got coming up soon. Stay tuned to find out for that. And then, so Furiosa, the Mad Max saga, I'm super excited for that. Joker, like you said, apparently Craven's getting his own movie. I'm excited for that one. I think the representation on Spider-Man 2, okay, could have been a little bit better. Made him more like egocentric in this playboy. Not really his forte. He's more of like if you ever read the comics, this dude was all about just the hunt, right?
Yeah, so, Craven.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was good, but
they're bringing all these characters that I could give less of a crap about.
Nah, Craven's a good one.
I know of him, but like it's just not a story. Like all my favorite ones are wrapped up. Like my favorite superhero always was Wolverine.
Yeah,
and then Batman, Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, Batman's got some good movies coming out soon. Not this year, but it's in the pipeline. Robert Pattinson's
I know
Batman
that was on the list too. But I mean, even his version, it was a letdown from what I thought it was going to be.
No, bro, that one was so good.
I mean, it's a good movie, but it just wasn't what I was expecting it to be. Does that make sense?
I guess I would have to understand what you were expecting it to be.
I wasn't expecting it to be much of like a
because they were going
crime solve. Like
they were going
detective.
full detective mode with this.
That's
which
what
I love.
Yeah, which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah,
I didn't know they were going full detective into it. I thought they were just going into like a much nitty gritty Batman story.
Well, it's a younger, angrier Batman, but we have to realize this dude is called the world's greatest detective, and not in any of the other movies did we really see that. So for me, that was a tip of the cap to them because you made everybody realize this dude just isn't a badass. I'm going to whoop you every way I can with 17 different kung fu styles. This dude literally broke it down like, why is this here? This is out of place. This shouldn't be here. And like literally you got into the mind of a detective. And the fact that I really appreciated was that you could get people who weren't even into superhero movies into this one because of the detective matter. So, for example, Monique, she really liked this movie because she likes Law and Order. She was like, oh, this is more of a detective and crime solving than it as a superhero. So that was the part that I appreciated. They got so many different aspects into it.
Yeah, I can appreciate all that. And I'm not saying it wasn't a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
It's just the first time I watched it, wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
But like now I can appreciate what it is. Like I was saying, the first time I ever watched it, I was like, what was going on? Like I wasn't expecting the Riddler and all the like actual,
and I loved who played
genius
the
intellect. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The cast was fantastic. And also I was thinking about as you were talking how you're right. None of the other movies really portray his genius in that sense. They always try to do it technology wise, like him being smart on tech. But even then, when they do it like that, it just comes across as him being a rich asshole.
I mean,
because like he builds these supercomputers and like they like do like hints of it, like at the end of the Dark Knight series when they're like, who programmed the autopilot, and they're like, here's a tag, Bruce Wayne. Like, so you're smart, like, but they didn't like highlight him breaking it down.
And then I think it was Lucius Fox when he went into the Batcave and he typed in the password and everything, exploded. That's showing the unique like ability of him to outwit people and outsmart people and just his brain, but like we never truly saw
the actual detective side. And it's really hard to bring out without the rest of the Super League.
Yeah.
It feels like, because going back to like that, the animated series where like that's really the highlight is he is like called like almost in every episode, the world's greatest detective in the comics and in the early animated series.
Facts.
All of his great detective work really comes from containing, protecting, defending the league, not really Gotham. It seems like all of his detective stuff requires a really big bad, not just the little ones.
He was more in the shadows when it came to like the world's greatest detective work there, which is why when I forgot the movie,
like all his plans to eliminate everyone.
When they broke into his mainframe and they found out how to beat everybody, you don't just learn that in a day, right? That takes knowledge. That takes breaking people down. And
I mean, he knew like their innermost thoughts.
Exactly.
When Superman looked through his mask and like told him he knew who he was, so Batman was like pulled up,
pretty much geolocated where this
him
man
in his gut or something. They like put like several trackers on him, and literally just that scene when Superman uses his vision to look out a few miles. And Batman's just sitting there with binoculars.
That one, and then the one where it was like he found out pretty much geolocated where his spots were.
Oh yeah, so and then he went and put the moves on Lois Lane.
Lois is like, "Oh yeah, I have a date with Bruce Wayne," and he was like, "This son of a bitch,
this motherfucker."
But so switching back, the new Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming out apparently this year. Super excited about that one.
I don't think there's been a better franchise to come out. Hardly ever, especially animated wise. I mean, first one I love, second one fantastic. If they don't push the relationship more though, because that seems the direction they're heading. If they don't commit to it, I'm gonna be pissed with Gwen and Miles.
I hope they do.
Because the one thing I was thinking about the other day about that movie is, you remember in the second movie when they're hanging upside down and Miles is like about to grab her hand and she says Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy always get together and it never works out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking he wasn't supposed to be Spider-Man. That's like the whole gist of his whole arc.
Yeah.
So like it would work. It would totally work. He's the anomaly. And I hope they kind of play into that, because that's what the third movie seems like it's going to be, is a three-way battle between, the Spider Society, Spot, and Miles Morales' little spider gang.
Yeah.
Which they are going to rock the shit out of all those other Spider-Man. They literally got the best of the best Spider-Man.
True. Another one that I'm super excited for is Dune 2. So, shout out to Monique's dad. He put us on to Dune. Didn't watch it, didn't read it. I watched the first one. I was like, oh, this is great. So
I think I watched it all through TikTok.
Yeah, the second
one. How I found
it's so crazy. Like, there are so many movies now where if you just like scroll through TikTok, you'll watch a whole movie. And then the last one for me is actually one that already came out. It's with Zac Efron. I think it's called The Iron Claw or something like that. Hold on.
Zac Efron.
Yeah, The Iron Claw. Yeah. So this movie is pretty much telling about, called the Von Elric brothers. It's
about
wrestling in the early
WWE, 80s. The beginning of it.
Yeah, so I really like that one. I mean, I'm a huge WWE fan. I don't really show it too much, but I'm a huge fan. Like, Monique and I still watch it every Monday, and I'll occasionally try to watch a SmackDown on Friday.
Who was your guy?
Who was my guy? That's a tough one, dude. I was a 90s baby, so I was like stone cold. I always had like the 2 water bottles, smashing them.
I liked AJ Styles growing up.
Yeah.
Just because he was so acrobatic. Yeah. Obviously, Undertaker, anytime he did his entrances, was hilarious.
Dude, see, Rob Van Dam was probably like my acrobatic dude, like the ECW days.
There was who were the brothers?
The Dudley brothers?
Who?
The Dudley brothers?
No. They had tattoos. What was it?
The Hardys?
Yeah, Hardy's. Matt and
Hardy
Jeff
brothers?
Hardy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my shit too. But
They're
apparently they had like, or Jeff, which one was it? The one with like the sleeve tattoo?
Jeff was the one with the sleeve.
I saw this like behind the scenes thing, and they were all talking about like how he like went down a really bad like rabbit hole of like drugs and alcohol, and they had to like cancel his big fight.
I mean, they're from North Carolina, actually.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah,
but now he's like getting back on it because like, I remember AJ Styles and like a bunch of them like went back there and basically like talked his fucking ear off about it.
To be honest, like they always go back when they need another paycheck. But yeah, man, these movies I'm excited for. You know, drop some comments down below. Let us know some movies when you see this, what you're excited for coming out soon.
Before we move on, though, I want to talk about the Dune one. I just want to clear that is the Timothy Chalamet and the Zendaya one, right? He's the Lost Prince.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I was looking. Yeah, I can't wait for that one. That one's
comes out March 1st.
Yeah, the first one was fantastic.
Yeah,
and the second one's what leading up to the war, right? I'm trying to remember.
It's right before the war.
Yeah, because I remember the last one ended like with him training with the guy, right?
Yeah.
For like to actually build up his power because he's already like has the leader mentality.
Yeah. And he has like
the power, right?
He has the power from his mom's side and he has the like bloodline from his dad.
Yeah, that's right. So do you guys trust the homeboy that's training him?
Dune? It was.
It may have got taken. They just
might have been
renewed.
Taken off because no. Monique and I just recently watched it. It's still on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did just update Netflix, so
give it a try, man. It's really good. Oh, it's good, man. I mean,
fucking Zendaya's in it. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, it's really good, and I mean it has a lot of different aspects for everybody. It has romance, it has comedy, it has action, it has a great story. So
great world building, which is hard to do in like an actual live action movie.
True too. Oh, speaking of live action, I know this isn't a movie, but did you watch Avatar yet?
Nah. Like I told you, like I never even watched the other ones that came. Like if I want to watch Avatar, I'm gonna watch.
You never watched Korra?
Tried, didn't care enough. Like if it wasn't Aang, Sokka, and all them, like I didn't really care.
Dude, Korra is so good, and a lot of people don't like the fact that she did this. I don't mind.
She's the last one, right, of the cycle. That was her whole thing.
Well,
her thing was she had all the physical elements, but none of the mental stuff. She was the opposite of Aang, right?
Correct. So Aang could tap into the spirit
super
world
easily,
more frequently,
but he didn't
Korra
like fighting.
Could. But what Korra did was she brought the spirit world to the physical world, which a lot of people did not like. I didn't care because it just made her that much stronger. But apparently there's another Avatar coming out soon. So
I saw that on the list. Like, yeah,
this one's going to be an Earthbender, which I'm kind of excited for.
I know you're big into it. I always thought it was the like lamest of all four.
The Earth?
I mean, yeah, just in anything, like any like Pokemon games, Power, like all Earth, like just to me is just like they're never gonna be my first, second, or third pick.
I mean, that's fair. I like the Earth because like the Earthbenders can also bend iron if you have that like innate skill. So that's one of my favorite ones.
Oh, and yeah, practicality, Earth makes probably the most sense because it can essentially become a form of transportation too.
Makes sense.
Because like if they get good enough, I see they have to like that little foot shake thing they do in Avatar.
Yeah.
They move their feet around real fast. Essentially, it's like, what's the Bleach version of that skip step that they do or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah.
Essentially, it's essentially like that, just with like them moving the rocks underneath their feet.
Who was it that did that? I think the first person who ever did it was the one, the crazy dude who Aang had to fight, where he did the shuffle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, let's hop into the next one, man. And this one just segues right into what we were talking about now. We talked about this multiple times, a lot of callback to a couple of episodes, but just the culture scene and how anime is just becoming more and more relevant and prevalent. Now anime is getting just like it's engulfing and encompassing movies. Cause I mean, we have so many different movies that have came out within the past couple of years. And I mean, The Boy and the Heron won multiple awards last year. Even now with Demon Slayer, the Hashira training arc, it just in the last weekend, it was number 2 in the box offices in the United States. The Haiku movie, the Battle of the Garbage Dumpster, it was 4.12 billion yen, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is right around like it's either 2.37 or 23.7 million US dollars. So it's like all of these animes, they're just really, really getting more and more efficient, right? So I mean, let me ask you just a couple of questions, man. First off, what's one big movie that it was kind of like I'm here for anime on the big screen for you?
Definitely was that new Black Clover movie.
The Black Clover movie
that came out. That one was fantastic. There was no like dull parts. It had everything you needed out of a quick, anime movie. It was a very kind of short one, or shortish. It was like an hour, 23 minutes, something like that.
Hour 23, hour 35.
Something like that.
It's like the 1 season, 12 episodes skit for, most animes. So
that out of like all the recent ones, I would say was my favorite, probably the most well done. Art style was fantastic.
Yeah.
The One Piece movie was great too. It broke so many records.
I bet it was.
It was fantastic. You should watch it. But ones that haven't come out yet, I'm super excited about the Overlord movie. I actually just started rewatching Overlord last week.
I'm here for Ainz.
Yeah, that's super good. Oh, and going back to ones that already came out, the Jujutsu Kaisen movie basically dethroned our main character for most of the fandom.
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen 0?
Yeah. Yuta.
Yeah. Dude, the part where Yuta walks into it's like everybody is looking at him, and then once he steps
with the Air Force
down,
Ones in, walks in with the Air Force Ones on, and that red just background.
Bro, literally, and I mean those were pretty much Air Force One, some high tops. So shout out to whoever thought of that. That was a fire part. But him just stepping down, and then the whole mood just changing. Even Maki, who couldn't feel, like she had no curse energy presence. She felt it. Like she felt that pure tension come up, and she was on 10. And you had old buddy who was about to zip up.
Yeah, Salmon Cakes.
Yeah, he was about to hit him with some sit down, and you had
Panda's about to transform into gorilla.
Dude, just
Rika possibly, most likely, it's like 80% confirmed that she killed her parents when she was still a child.
Oof.
The author released some thing. Like I want to try to.
Also, happy belated birthday, Gigi. His birthday was this past week.
Really?
Yeah, his birthday was this past week.
Happy birthday! Please stop killing off characters.
Stop treating this like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, please stop. I want to see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, the unspoken background of Rika's like origin. He reposted something. It was like Rika's mother died in a car crash with Rika in the car. Rika was the only one who survived. And then after that, her father mysteriously died under unknown circumstances. And it was rumored to be Rika that got rid of both her parents.
I mean, it could have been just like.
Yeah, here we go.
Could have been something that was attached to her.
So yeah, this was, how they release little descriptions and backstories authors can do. So it was Rika. So deceased at the age of 11. That was when she died.
Yep.
Her backstory. Rika's mother died suddenly from an unknown cause when Rika was 5. 2 days before entering elementary school, Rika and her father got lost while mountain climbing one week. Rika was later found and rescued from a shelter near that summit. At the hospital, she met Yuta, who was being treated for pneumonia. They later ended up going to the same elementary school, so that's like the connection they made. Aware of her appearance is perceived, Rika sometimes manipulates adults. Rika was taken in by her grandmother on her father's side, who strongly believed that Rika killed both her parents. Rika stole the ring she gave Yuta from her grandmother's dresser. It was her mother's wedding ring. When she was human, Rika was very friendly with Yuta's younger sister. However, after becoming a vengeful curse, she became aggressive, which is why Yuta distanced himself from his family. She dislikes everyone besides Yuta, especially girls and older guys. Things that she dislikes the most in this world is her grandmother's stewed eggplant. She loves Yuta. So she was She was a little psychopathic.
Yeah, appreciate you, Gigi, for that one. Because I mean, yeah, and they played into that a couple of times in episodes where Yuta would show him at the hospital and him seeing Rika. So, I mean I love that movie. I think that was a really good one. The Slime movie was really good.
You ended up watching Scarlet Bonds?
I did. Just showed how OP Diablo was.
I told you world building too. Like all of that's canon, I believe. Like that country, all that. So
that's what I wanted to talk to you about next. Like, how do you feel about them tying it into canon? But then, so my prime example is they're going to do it with the Hashira arc. They did it with Mugen Train. Dragon Ball Super did it as well with the Frieza and Resurrection F, and then the Gods. And yeah, so Resurrection F and the where they did Super Saiyan God.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about them? Like, to me, that it's kind of lazy because when they did Mugen Train, they didn't do any more besides like a little bit of a part before with the bento boxes with Rengoku, but everything else was pretty much just the movie. So I don't like it. I know it buys them time, but to me, it's like it's kind of lazy writing. So what do you think?
For this one, I don't think so, just because it had been a long time since Reincarnated as a Slime had released anything.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, the
Well,
last
not
thing...
just Reincarnated. I'm talking about, like,
I know all of them.
all animes that
well,
do
because
this.
they did it in a way... Because I'm all caught up on source material and everything.
Yeah.
It does... Like, yes, it's canon, that country, those ties.
Yeah.
But it doesn't play, like, a huge, substantial, like, role. I think they get, like, a nod of the cap later on of, like, when I told you they go to war and everything.
Yeah.
It's more of, like, they kind of just send a message to, like, you lock down your little area. Because it was a pretty secluded land.
Yeah. So when they do that, that's fine. Like, the Seven Deadly Sins had a lot of spin-off movies, but it didn't take away from the made writing. I'm talking about...
The ones where it kind of takes something like a...
They rip a series, they make it an hour-long movie or an hour-and-a-half-long movie, but then they just chop it up and then they play it as that next season. Like, that, to me, that's lazy.
Yeah, no, that's just lazy.
Yeah.
Now that I can't stand stuff like
the
that.
Hashiro's going to do it, but apparently
I see all those movies pop up for Demon Slayer, and I look at them, and it's just literally the season.
Yeah, it's the season. That's what they did with Mugen Train.
Yeah, that's what... Yeah, no, I don't like that at all. That's... Yeah, that literally only comes off as lazy. And
Dragon Ball...
profit hungry. Like, they're just looking for another way to get more revenue.
Dragon Ball Super did it, and I was like, okay, they're going to explain it a little more, and they didn't. Mm-mm. And it was just like... All right, well, I mean, okay, I guess I watched the movie. Now I can just watch this in 5 to 6 more episodes. So, I don't know.
Yeah, because I asked you about this the other day about, like, the God power, the saying God power.
Yeah.
And how, like, was it canon, was it not? Because in theory, canon. It's supposed to be, like, the peak of Saiyan.
It's canon, but it's only relevant for that one part.
Yeah, like he goes into it for, like, 0.2 seconds, and then he skips right into his next thing.
Well, no. He fights Beerus in that form for quite a while.
Oh, no, I'm talking about after that whole fight.
Yeah, well,
like, he goes into it a handful of times right after that fight.
Now they're fighting, like, the gods, and now the key from the gods is, like, kind of, like, rubbing off on them. So that's why...
Which also doesn't make sense because, like, that whole thing, that godly form was straight godly key, but isn't that what Ultra Instinct is tapping into, too?
Ultra Instinct taps into the angels. And, like...
so it's a different...
So it taps into what, like,
Whis
the quintessential form of what all of the angels can do and what the gods of destruction want to be able to do. So that one is a little more different.
Because
just like
the
Ultra
angels are their trainer, the god of destruction's trainers, right?
Yep. And so that's like Ultra Instinct is more the angel form. Ultra Ego is more the gods of destruction. So that's where, like, they take the pure essence of, like,
do you think they'll ever get? Do you think that's how, like, the series would get wrapped up? With
this show is never going to get wrapped up, dude. Like, they're eventually going to tap into, like, the grandkids, like Gohan. And I mean, I know you don't read the manga for this, but they literally just did, like, a whole high school special leading into the other Dragon Ball movie where Gohan, where Gohan did his Ultra Beast form when he was fighting Supercell Max.
That was pretty cool. I saw the panel of when Vegeta and Goku sensed his presence from, like, across the universe or whatever.
Yeah. So the funny part is, like,
they were like, we got to go real quick. We got to go check on that.
Yeah. So everybody's, like, calling them, and they're just training. And then he goes, I don't even know if they picked up Piccolo's form when he did his form.
No, they didn't. They sensed only Gohan.
When they sensed Gohan's Ultra Beast, they were like...
I just saw the panel. They both just, like, looked over their shoulder like, what the fuck was that?
Exactly. But yeah, so... They
talk about standing on business and always wanting to scrap. It's like those two. They're like, oh, I said something powerful. Let's go there immediately.
And then in the manga, it's no different. But yeah, in these past couple of panels, they did, like, a whole high school skit with Goten and Trunks. So yeah, but
that's what I hope they don't do with. That's what they are doing with Naruto. They gave us everything except what the fan base wanted was post-war. Show us how Sasuke and Naruto's relationship improved. Kakashi as Hokage.
Yeah.
Like I told you, the made a joke. Sakura, useless Sakura, giving birth to a useless baby that needs glasses. It was just me playing into the hate. I don't believe it at all. Don't come for me. I don't believe it at all. Sarada is going to be top 2, top 3 characters, I think.
Oh, she's on her way to Hokage.
Who do you think is, because obviously she's not going to be as strong as Boruto. Like, that's just going to be a given. Do you think she is going to be stronger than Daemon, though?
Who's Daemon?
Omnipotent Girl's little brother, the one that can reflect everything.
The one that can reflect pain.
Because as of like power scaling right now, it goes Daemon, Boruto, Code. That's how like the current power scaling is going in that universe.
I think she'll be stronger than Code. I just need to see Daemon more because
he just has such a broken ability.
Yeah, it's just like his is kind of like it's like a gimmicky thing. It's like don't be mad at me because it'll hurt you more than it hurts me. So
that's the whole even just thinking like trying to slap him in the back of the head, you get slapped in the back of the head. Like that's crazy. And if you think you're gonna cut his head off, your head just boop.
So I don't know. I think he's gimmicky. I hope eventually she's stronger, but right now she's kind of falling into what every other ninja does when the main guy is doing his thing. It's like everybody else is just pretty much like supporting cast.
Well, that's what everyone's like getting so bent out of shape about with these like newest Blue Vortex chapters is how no one else is getting like the upgrade. You all need to be patient. Jesus, like he's building it up. Like, give it some time. Like, dude, you're obviously like the first show back. They're not going to put Sarada in like a Susanoo.
So let's pin that because we're getting off topic with the movies. But I don't agree with what you're saying. I agree with what the masses are saying, which is he's doing too much of what he did in Shippuden, which is he's only building up the 2 main bigs, and he's not
been
building
like 6
up
chapters.
But he's not building up everybody else. It's like even during Boruto, nobody really got a build up. Like, dude. And I'm opinion after this comment because there's another movie that I want to talk about. But in OG Naruto, you can't tell me one of the coldest arcs was not the Sasuke retrieval arc. And it was not because of Naruto. It was because everybody else, even fucking Kiba, got some shot.
Yeah, where boys became men.
Exactly. But it's like the main guy.
That's what I'm saying. That like they like Mitsuki is even getting his like glow up and like show out. Like, just from the quick interaction he had in the newest chapter. Like, it's literally been, like, 7 chapters. Like, you guys need to... Like,
but they're including Boruto in it. So, it's like, everybody loved Naruto for the character development, and then Shippuden, it just fell off. It's like, Kishimoto was like, yeah, you know what? They're good.
Boruto's character development is not dropping off whatsoever.
Boruto's isn't, no, but everybody else is. It's like... Again, we'll pin it. This conversation can be had
what's the last movie?
Day. The last one for me, I mean, we kind of jumped into it a little bit, but like I said, the Haiku movie, I'm super excited to watch that. It came out, like I said, dropped off with like 4.12 billion yen. Just crazy. 10 days, it dropped that number, right? They said it could pass 10 billion yen, which actually will beat another movie that I've watched, and I really like, the Slam Dunk movie. Apparently, it got a like standing ovation for just weeks. So, last question for this.
Wait, one more. There is that live action Naruto.
Oh yeah, I actually did want to add that was gonna be my next segue. What are you thinking of the live actions? Because I mean, now we've had One Piece, which is a success in its own right. We have
just give it its accolades. It's killed it. It killed
Guys,
it.
Did I not just say it's doing?
You said in its own right. You threw in a little bit of salt. Right. It is not in its own right. And on a national and on a worldly scale, it was ranking on Netflix. You can't say in its own right. By any standards, it was killing.
So One Piece is doing very well.
Thank you.
You got the Naruto coming out. Yu Yu Hakusho just had its own. Death Note's had a couple of different movies.
Yeah, 2, right?
Yeah. Am I missing any? You had the Naruto. Am I missing one?
I mean, there's probably a bunch of them, but like, there's none of them are good. That was the whole thing.
Yu Yu Hakusho wasn't bad.
That's what I was gonna say.
It wasn't bad.
I'm basing off all like the newest ones. Yes, are good because they're not being super corny. Like
Dragon Ball. That's what it was. Dragon Ball Z had a really bad one. God,
yes, the Death Notes were terrible. So One Piece is literally the only one I've seen that's like done a good job.
Have you not watched Yu Yu?
Not fully.
It's pretty good.
I had like halfway through the first episode.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's holding its own, right? It's not One Piece. Like One Piece already got approved for a second season. It's not that. It's good. I think they could have done better. But I mean,
in what aspects? Is it like the CGI? Is it part of the story missing?
The CGI is all right. The story tries to stick as close as it can. I think the choice of actors and actresses could have been a little bit better. But I mean, overall, like I said, it held its own, right? Like with anything like this, I feel like they're swinging, like they're punching up, right? They're swinging out of their weight class because these shows are meant to be cartoons. These shows are meant to be animated. So when you transition it to a live action, you're either going to get one of two things. It did good for an anime adaptation, or it should have stayed an anime, right?
I don't even think it's going to be like those two. It's either going to be absolute banger or it's going to be absolute dog shit. There's not going to be any in between.
Well, see, but that's why I'm saying like Yu Yu wasn't that. It wasn't an absolute banger, but it wasn't dog shit. You're like... The Naruto one, that will be one I think it'll have to absolutely come out. I feel
like you're sticking way too much on this. Like every other one, every other movie we just mentioned, it was either dog shit or it was.
Well, peak. Even the Death Note one with Willem Dafoe, I didn't think it was bad.
I thought it was terrible.
Willem Dafoe did a good job, right?
I mean, yeah, but just because one guy does a good job doesn't make it a good movie, though.
I mean, the Fast and the Furious series, but like, well,
what does that have to do with anything?
I'm saying like. The Fast and Furious series, there's only been one person who's really carrying those movies right now, in my opinion. And they're still really good movies, except like the whole gimmicks now.
I don't even understand what you're talking about.
Because you just said like, just because one person did good doesn't make the movie good.
Yeah, but what are you talking about Fast and Furious?
Because I said only one person.
That was like an all-star cast and there were multiple stars into it. Like, well, who are you talking about? But
there's only one person.
That's what I'm so confused. Like, I don't even understand who you're talking about. Who carries?
The Rock is the only person carrying.
See, like, I didn't even think that because I thought Vin Diesel. So, like, I can't even agree with that statement because, like, when I think of Fast and Furious, there's no shot I think of The Rock.
For the last ones, I do.
All right, panel. When you guys think of Fast and Furious, who's the first person you think? Actually, first person I think it was Paul Walker.
Oh, I mean, Paul Walker, of course. R.I.P.
Yeah, all right.
But like to me, dude, The Rock
between the two Baldies, who do you guys think of first?
Okay, but that's because Vin Diesel has been in it since day one.
But that's what I mean. You can't say The Rock has carried it.
He has carried the last few movies. Thank you. He has carried that series.
Oh,
bro.
I agree. I haven't watched
that series.
Any
has
of
been dead in the.
I was like after.
Dude, that series has been dead in the fucking water. And the
I think it should have ended on that split off scene. You know, when after Paul Walker died.
The split off, yeah,
that should have been the end of it.
That was the one where Vin Diesel fought The Rock, and I swear they actually threw some live punches in there because they hate each other. But it's like, dude, that series has been carried by Dwayne right now, so it's like that was my thing. It's like Willem Dafoe.
He has like his own aspect of it, doesn't he?
He has Hobbs and Shaw. Willem Dafoe made that Death Note movie tolerable, like palatable. It wasn't something where I'm like wanting to go buy the movie and watch it every night and tuck my kids to sleep in it, but it's like he made the movie watchable.
That's the first one. But that standard, in my opinion, is dog shit. That's dog shit level. If it's tolerable, it's not good. That's not okay. That's dog shit. If it's just tolerable, that's a dog shit movie.
There are plenty of movies that I can think of that are absolute dog shit that I would never watch again. That one, if it was on and there was nothing else watching, I'd watch it.
I wouldn't. I would turn it off. I'd rather watch paint dry.
You'd watch a black screen?
Yeah, I'd rather watch paint dry than watch a live action Death Note movie.
That's absolutely wild. But comment down below. Tell me what y'all think about this. Let them know. Willem Dafoe carried that movie. But, you know, let's go ahead and hop into the last one. So let me know right now. You're on Blue, you know, hopped you on Blue Lock. You're watching it. Solo Leveling. Slime's coming out soon. Blue Exorcist is doing its thing. Mashal is actually pretty good right now. I just peeped the new episode.
I actually got caught up on the episodes.
Mashal?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like
I told you.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I told you don't sleep on it.
I mean, it fell off hard.
Yeah.
At like the first season, beginning of the second season, I thought it was gonna be more of the same.
Yeah.
No, I got it.
Dude, it's so funny though.
It's
because
the same gimmicks, but they gave it some weight.
Yeah, it's so funny though because like there's a meme and it said when writers don't know what else to write, and it was somebody slapping a sticker that said tournament. I mean, it's not wrong, right? But it's a banger. So, and we'll hop on another episode. We'll do what our favorite tournaments were, like our top 5 tournaments. But tell me what's caught your attention and what's caught your eye. We can do late 2023 and then we can do right now. So what's caught your attention?
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, Blue Lock had me fully engrossed.
Mhm.
Not really looking forward to the movie. I think it is coming up just because it's not about Isagi.
That's
I
another
hate
one.
when anime or movies or shows do that. They base it, off of someone who's not the main character. That's why I didn't watch Jujutsu Kaisen 0 for the longest time.
Yeah.
Just because if it's not the main character, I don't care.
Yeah.
That was just always my personal perspective on it. But I'll still go watch it just because Nagi is a pretty good character. I don't care about we always forget his name. Rayo. Yeah. But Slime is the one I'm looking forward to the most. Obviously, that Overlord movie is going to be banger. Do we know the premise of it, or that was just announced?
I think it's just announced. I don't know exactly what it is yet. We'll talk about it in another episode, but animes that I've been excited for. I told you Mashal. Mashal has been surprisingly kept in my rotation. Oh, to update, I just finished A3.
That's the other.
That's the Hulu A's that I'm starting.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. I really I'm not a big slice of life guy, but this was one that I could turn on while I'm eating some food and watch 1 or 2 episodes and then go about my day. I'll call it an appetizer. It's going to be my appetizer. And then when Mashal came on, that was the entree, right? Or Solo Leveling. I didn't watch 7.5 because I hate recap episodes. But
I actually thought the same thing, but they did a really good job with the recap.
I hate recap episodes. It's if I'm too...
It got rid of all the fluff and literally just showed the highlights of each fight.
And that's fine, but I've seen them, right? It's if I'm hopping in at 7.5, why can I not go watch 1 through 7? That's my thing, right? And I get it. It's like Dragon Ball Z Kai or whatever this One Piece on Hulu is or wherever it is, right? It's pretty much taking the filler and the fluff out, right? But for me, Solo Leveling is only 7 episodes deep right now. If you can't go back and click on episode 1 and watch the first 7 episodes, that's just lazy in my opinion.
I don't even think it was meant for that purpose. It was just to clarify some things.
What needed clarification?
Oh, just his mindset moving forward, how he wants to proceed. It gave light to it. It wasn't literally just recapping. The narrator sung, I think it was his voice doing the narration.
Yeah.
It gave insight to his thought process of what he was that wasn't shown in the actual episode itself. That's what I'm saying. It's not a typical recap where it just literally replays the scenes you saw in the episode. Yes, It does that, but the narrator is expressing a different opinion or a different thought on the inside of what he was thinking and how he wants to move forward.
Okay.
So I usually thought the same thing, but I was just having.
I thought he did that pretty good in the last episode. He was it's either me or them. I'm the player. I'm the one constantly leveling up. This is he pretty much told everybody this is my story and y'all are all side characters. I thought he kind of did a good job of that, but I probably won't. I'll be honest with you. Every time I see a 0.5 in any anime, I usually just.
I'm usually right there with you.
So
I just wanted a little bit of solo leveling in that exact moment.
No, that's
so
fair.
I was let's run it back.
So yeah, Mashal's really caught my attention. I am looking forward to the Demon Slayer Hashira training arc. I read I read the manga and it was really good when I read it. Blue Lock, I'm excited for the next season coming out because you're not reading it. You're not trying to get spoiled. I'm just excited when they actually play. I can't wait for you to meet the number 2 more because he is just.
Yeah, they slightly introduced him.
He is Ego's favorite. He is Ego's type of person, but Ego's you're kind of a wild card. And then obviously, Superhero comes back. I told you about that. And then when they actually play the U19 or U20, I'm so excited for that match, man, because you're about to see some
I can't
stuff.
wait to see that. Also, I have 2 more anime that really caught my eye. Hell's Paradise. Fantastic.
Banger.
It doesn't get enough appreciation.
Absolute
I went through and watched it again.
Banger.
Art style, story. I mean, the cliffhanger they're leaving it off on. They're going to put my man through so much more trauma than he's already been through. And he takes it like a champ.
So, isn't the thing now that his
wife's
wife
not real? It was that's why I'm praying that it's a false lead that they're making us believe that, but she actually is going to be real. God, I hope so.
Because that was the thing. Somebody was like at the very end,
At the very
they were
end,
just
'cause
showing like
the other
his wife
ninja-
wasn't real.
Yeah, the other ninja says they probably used a power because he thinks the leader of that clan was like immortal.
Yeah.
Because he showed him probably like a true illusion.
Yeah.
And then I think he realized that to get someone to fight to like the fullest extent is you don't take away their emotions and make them like a robot because then they'll just will accept death without trying their hardest.
You make them fight for something.
You make them fight for something they love and can't live without. So he implanted a memory of not the perfect girl because that could be mistreated, but like a fake daughter with a scar.
Because then they show the scar not being on her, and then they show her just fading away.
I was like, no, don't do this to my boy. But I see it happening. She's not going to be real, but then he's going to end up falling in love with Sagiri, his executioner.
Yeah,
I can see that's probably where it's going to happen.
I hope not, because then like that defeats.
I mean,
the
they
whole
already
purpose
have a
of
connection. They just haven't like.
Oh, they do, but at the same time, like he's very respectful of everybody and everything. So that's another one.
Not as of right now because his memory's reset.
True. Yeah, that's right.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't know where he's at.
Yeah.
He just knows that he's the Hollow.
Yeah.
And he doesn't remember the wife.
What's his name? Benny the Hollow?
Benimaru the Hollow.
Benimaru the Hollow.
And then the other one I'm super excited about, it's currently still streaming, is the Unwanted Undead Adventure.
I've seen previews for that. I haven't watched it myself.
It's a pretty good story about an adventurer who was, I believe, like bronze or D-rank equivalent for essentially like 15, 20 years, something crazy like that. Known by everyone, kind of loved by everyone, but like in his mind, he's just like a crappy, low-level adventurer that no one would miss.
Yeah.
Finds a secret dungeon, gets eaten by some weird dragon, literally gets pooped out as a skeleton.
This is, okay, minus the eaten and, no, not even minus the eaten, just the pooped out part. I was like, this is a lot
they don't
of
like
solo.
They don't like showing.
No, I was like, this is a lot of solo leveling. Oh, no, he actually dies. No,
he actually dies, and so he actually becomes a skeleton.
Yeah.
And starts like fighting other skeletons just to kind of survive because he still has his consciousness. Like he was reincarnated into the same world with just his memories as a skeleton, but he can force evolution. So he went from like a skeleton to a ghoul to something else with like more skin and like vocal cords so he could speak.
Yeah.
So now he's like working his way back out into the world. He has like this love interest caretaker woman.
Yeah.
And it's just like about their adventure. Everyone at like the guild and everyone who he's interacted with in the past definitely knows it's him, but he just looks so different because obviously he's a monster.
Yeah.
But he's about 100 times stronger than he was.
Yeah, that checks off for your box.
Yeah.
So
great. It's a great time.
I'm Classroom of the Elite, super hype on that. Season 3 has not been a disappointment. Like just the different aspects of what Ayano goes through. I mean, this dude is about as cold-hearted as you can get. I mean, the thing we listened to where it was him and Johan talking, like I could honestly hear, I could see that conversation going on because I mean, this dude is just cold and calculated. Like there's not a situation that, and I'll give you some context on this because you're probably not going to watch it, but spoiler alert, if you don't want to listen, please skip this part. But Ayano is about to get voted out. So like they're doing this big test for every class because nobody has been kicked out yet. And in the school's history, this has never happened. They've been through 3 exams. Nobody's been kicked out, right?
How has no one been kicked out? Like are they equaling scores or?
Well, it's just that like they've always found loopholes.
Got you.
So this one, it was like it's a no loophole. Somebody has to go. The
Someone's
school
getting voted off the island.
And that's what it was. It was a big vote. So everybody is kind of like worried about who's voting for who, and then all of a sudden everybody just stops worrying, and then Kie or whatever her name is, kind of like Ayano plug into the like social groups. She tells him everybody is plotting, huh?
Dark haired girl.
Blonde. No, that's Suzune. She's like, I can't explain.
I know
it.
who you are though.
Yeah,
the blonde. Yes.
So she tells him, hey, by the way, you're about to get voted off. Everybody is plotting against you. And he finds out who is plotting against him, who is the real plotter. And like without him even doing anything, Suzune figures it out. And she like attacks the person who's plotting everything. And then it's just like, dude, how cold and calculated he is. It's just like, I don't see this going any other way. But I did tell you what's going to happen in the manga soon. Like, some people from his White Room experiment are now starting to like catch on and they find him. And yeah, so.
All right, quick question for you. It's just a funny little question. Who shows more facial expressions, Mash or Ayano?
Mash.
Because even
Just
when
his
he's
little,
even when he's excitement, that's about the only other face he, because when he's excited, he just goes, yay,
yeah.
yay.
Dude, it's straight out of like One Punch Man, but it's like whenever somebody is like doing something, like somebody steps on his cream puff, he's just like, oh.
Or like when someone starts talking a lot, he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
It's just like he just starts repeating the last words. It's like it's short circuiting.
Yeah. So one time I think this was season 1 where he's talking to somebody and they say something. He's like, oh, they ask him, can you do magic? He just like on repeat, I can do magic.
I can do magic. I can do magic. I can do magic.
Yeah.
And then his friend has to like shuffle him away.
Shuffle him out. Yeah. So those are the ones we're excited for. But, let us know down below. What are you excited for? What are some anime that are coming out? Or what are some anime that you've seen already that you are super excited for? But, let's go ahead and hop into it, man. Let's hop into game mode. So we're going to need our producer, Drew, for this one. Now, Drew, here's the deal. Connor and I, we're going to test and see how good we are knowing the other, right? So we're going to do A through Z, but you're going to call out a random letter. With this random letter, Connor and I have to write down an anime character.
Right? It's not going to be a random letter.
Well, no, we don't have to do A through Z because then we can kind of no, it'll be better if we just randomly do it.
All right.
So you're going to call out a random letter. We're going to write it down. Let's go A through. We're going to do A to Z. So somebody has to keep tab of the letters we do.
Yeah, I'll write it.
Cool.
Down. Okay.
All right. So 26. Let's see how many out of 26 we get whenever you're ready.
R.
I think I spelled his name wrong.
I'll say that's a lot more writing than I did.
Ah, damn.
All right. One, two, three. I did Ray.
I did Reiner.
Oh, I was going with Blue Lock. I went with Blue Lock. Okay. I saw you do a little R shape, though. I thought we were on the same track, and then you just kept on going.
Yeah, my bad. No.
Ray
Itoshi. That was a good one. Dang.
All right. R's done.
Yeah.
G.
Got this. Come on. Oh, no. There's too many letters. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Goku?
Gone. Dang.
I was going for your favorite.
I know. That's on me. All right, we got this. We're gonna get at least 1 out of 26. H. All right. Come on. Same wavelength. Come on.
This
is it, right? This is it. That was equal
3.
writing. 3.
Hisoka, yes.
Let's go.
I was gonna say he's gonna stick with the hunter.
That's why I was like, come on, same wavelength. All right. J. Did you already write somebody?
No, I was writing down the letters.
J. Can we skip J?
No, we can't. We can't skip.
I'm drawing a blank.
All right, fine. Skip J.
Yeah,
K.
All right.
K. Oh, we're probably not going to get this one.
You got this. Come on. Now we have to.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Kirito.
Killua.
A. You know this character.
Dang.
You got to know his name.
Oh my god. Fucking hell. No.
I'll give you a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ace?
Damn. A. Pretty sure there's not even an A. Wait. What's the dude's no near is in? Yep, there's no A in anime. I was gonna do Ayanokoji, but I didn't know how to spell his name. Ace would have been a good one too.
Q. There's probably so many people just going to be screaming at their phones. Like,
Honestly,
just answer.
It's Q.
I'm spacing on this one too.
Dude,
For some reason, the only name I can think of is Quentin. I don't even think that's an anime character.
I was actually going to write Quinn, but I didn't know an anime character named Quinn. All right, let's skip Q. You got this. You got this.
W.
You got this.
Now I'm spacing.
You got this.
I can't think of an actual name now.
We talked about this person. You got this.
I got it. I think I got it. One,
right,
two.
1, 2, 3.
Whis?
Yeah.
Oh, it was an S? I didn't know. Yeah, but yeah,
no,
Whis.
It's all good. We got it. That's all that matters.
We got 2.
All right. Why is this so much harder than I thought?
T.
Oh,
got
okay.
One. Yeah.
I think if I spelled it wrong, I'm sorry.
Ready?
1,
2, 3. Tengen?
Dang, I put
Trafalgar D. Law.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Dude,
I went with Demon Slayer for him. I was like,
dude, listen.
That's the one you know. You couldn't think of Ace, but you thought of Trafalgar D. Law.
Dude, listen, because out of everybody, I just know Room Shambles. That's all I know.
Yeah, you don't know Fire Fist Ace?
I actually do know Port Gas.
Portuguese Ace. All right.
That's on me. Exo facto. I got to go watch it now.
Yep. That's going to be a hard one.
Ayanokoji.
You're not going to know who, unless you know who the big bad is. I think this might be the only other I, because I don't know if there's that many in anime.
Oh wait, no. What's the? I'm gonna say it
as you write it.
All right, 1. You ready?
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Emo.
I don't know who that is. The
You're
Ignite
thinking of
dude.
Illumi for Hunter x Hunter.
Illumi. Okay, yeah. What's the dude's name who has the jetpacks and My Hero on his calves? Isn't he EI too? But Illumi.
They call him President. I don't remember.
Itadori is a good one.
Izuku would have been a good one too.
But
yeah,
but nah. Illumi is the one I was thinking of from Hunter x Hunter. But yeah, I didn't know who Emu was.
Yeah, Emu.
Okay. Dang, we are slowly.
One, 2, 3. L. I was about to do light because I didn't know if you wanted to be that obvious with it.
Nope. L.
I saw you that quick. I saw that quick one motion. I said, "Let me delete that I real quick."
Yeah. L. Yes. O.
Oh.
Oh. My
Okay.
God.
Okay.
Oh no.
Look at how much I'm writing. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Think of this character.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Think of that.
Oh. I think I know.
If you don't, for O.
All right. 1, 2,
2,
3.
3. Orochimaru.
Okay. All right.
P. What I'm doing in my head, I don't know if you're doing it. I'm just going through different anime in my head, and I'm going down the list.
It's like a Rolodex.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, nope.
I'm like, all right, none in Naruto. All right, One Piece. Nope, Hunter. So we're on P. Okay.
We've already done 20. Oh, I was like, okay. We're not batting too bad.
We got 4.
P.
I definitely didn't spell this name right.
No, there's only one way to spell this. If we're thinking of the same one. 1, 2, 3. Power?
No, Puchka, the little demon. Yeah.
Damn, same anime.
Yeah, same anime. You got it down with the chainsaw. Yeah. That's gonna be the only hint, is I can just make a noise.
He said, I was like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Huh? You said what?
E.
Is it?
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
The one I wrote down, we have not done their anime yet.
We have not talked about their anime.
I don't even think we've talked about it today.
Dude, I'm drawing a blank on an E. That's crazy.
Equivalent exchange.
Oh, damn it. Okay, I think you wrote more than 2 letters. So 1, 2, 3. Edward. Oh,
Edward.
Eren Yeager.
I don't know why I just thought his name was spelled with an A.
No, it's EREN. Dude. Okay. Don't say anything. I think we got this one. You're writing too much. 1, 2.
Wait. 1, 2, 3.
Yusuke?
Ah, Yami.
Damn it.
I put Yugi, like for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, that would have been
That's originally what I put. That's what I thought you were going with.
Is there an X?
Like, if there's gonna be an X, their name is just X. There's only a handful of names with X. Is there an Xavier in any anime?
Not that I can think of.
I think we're on Wash X.
Oh, wait. No, Ben 10's not an anime. I was going to say, what is the...
It didn't start with an X.
What's the big one, though? Like
it's Ultimate X.
Ultimate X? Could have used that. Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to Wash X.
All right. I may have spelled his name wrong, and I apologize in advance. Don't think too hard.
Well, I'm trying to think of how to spell this person's name. But we're definitely not thinking of the same person.
Yeah, don't think too hard.
Z? One, two, three.
Zoro.
Yeah.
Like, is there 2 R's?
I couldn't tell if you guys were telling me to think, and then I realized what hat I was wearing. I was like, oh, okay, One Piece. All right. C.
Oh, it's a K. Yeesh. Oh.
I don't think we're gonna get the same one.
Nah, you got this. We got this. I'm confident we got this.
1, 2, 3. Choji?
Dang it! Crollo. Choji was a good one too. All right. V. Oh, Giovanni would have been a good one too, but you don't watch or Giavolo. Dang. V. One, two, three.
Valentine?
Victor?
Or who?
I don't know.
Who the fuck's Victor? I was thinking a slime, dude.
Hopefully there's a Victor in anime. That's fine. We're trying to see how many we can get
the same. That's on you. That's your show.
Yo,
that's your show.
Yo, go ahead and edit that part out. B. Okay, same wavelength right there. Same wavelength. Come on, same wavelength. Oh, wait. Oh no. You wrote a lot. Okay, don't.
I'm writing the same thing. I'm just writing it bigger.
You know, we're not thinking the same. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Bakugo.
I said keep the same. Bulma. It is one L in Bulma. S.
Come on, dude. Come on. Come on, dog.
How many letters you got? Can I borrow one?
He said yes, you can.
Touche. Dude, when you're Johnny on the spot with these characters, it is wow. Well, yeah. No, you didn't even have to do that. I just literally
1, 2, 3. Saitama.
Hey.
I have one, but it's someone's nickname.
Oh, what? I think that's how you spell his name, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong.
1, 2,
1, 2, 3.
I did muscular.
Midoriya.
Oh, I did muscular. I don't even know why I didn't. Yeah, it's literally the guy he fights his first big fight. Damn, that's so much better. Yeah, Midoriya was so much better. Right anime, wrong person. You.
That's a Y. Dang it, I was going to put Yuta. That's a Y.
Uta. Okay, got one.
I'm glad you do.
I definitely spelled it wrong.
Oh, I think dude, after I name this one, we're gonna go on the record for something. You ready?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Urahime?
Oolong. I don't know why I'm doing all these One Piece characters. I know the characters. I'm not watching the show. Isn't that the dude? No, that's Usopp.
I was like, who the fuck is Ulu?
Oolong is the dude from Dragon Ball Z. He's the pig. But no, Usopp is the one I was actually thinking of, so that's funny. Who did you put? Oh, it's Oolong is OO. Yeah. Oh, that's right, because everybody in Dragon Ball is named after like a food. Yeah. Who did you put? I guess that's a wash for me altogether then, because I was thinking of Usopp. So who did you put?
Urahime from Bleach.
Bleach? Yeah. Okay. All right. I can't say anything, but I don't think we're going to put the same one.
For N?
Yeah.
For N? 1, 2.
Nah, don't do it. Don't do it. Dude.
All right, ready?
All right. 1, 2, 3. Near.
Oh, get on camera. Get on camera.
For N, dude. For N. For N, he couldn't think. Near?
The only reason is, dude, is because we were like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I dropped the ball.
Near. So I fucking said, I looked at it and said, N.
Dude, I dropped
Big three.
We didn't get
We did.
G.
I put the big G.
Well, okay, to be fair, I put Gone. He put Goku. So, like, all right. I know. I'm sorry.
M
F is for friends who
F.
apparently don't do stuff together. Oh my god.
F. F, 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 F. I don't think that name starts with an F. I can't remember the little bitch's name. I'm thinking of the little maid in Hunter x Hunter that brings them up the mountain. Her name like Fumi or something like that.
No.
F.
I don't think we're gonna get it again, but I got one. Wait. No.
Ready?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Fen?
Fury. Full Metal Alchemist.
I did Fen off Mashal.
Yeah. Dang.
Dragon Ball's not my forte, so I don't get any hate like that. Dragon Ball's his show.
But it's like, the thing is, like, I'm trying to think of, like, what you watch, because you watch Full Metal Alchemist. All right. Dang. Damn. Think your ballpark again. Look how much I just wrote and think your forte.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Diablo?
All right, so we're going to get better at this. I promise you next time it's going to be... I told you, I know the characters.
He knows so much about One Piece, but just
characters.
won't fucking watch it. Or did not watch the show. And then he didn't know the one big one that I put on there.
Who,
you knew
Inu?
Ace?
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Ace? You didn't know Ace? He put down Law for like the next answer.
Because I actually know it was T, and I put
You put Trafalgar. And I was like, you know fucking Law, but you don't know Ace. You know Doflamingo, but you don't know Ace.
Dude, technically it's port gas. So, anyways. So, as you can all see, I support One Piece. I just don't watch it. But, all right. Well, Connor, we got to get better at this, man. I think we went like, actually, give me that hat because I had more characters than you. Give me that hat. So, Connor, go ahead. Wrap us up. Tell them where they can find us, man.
Us anywhere you listen to music or a podcast. You can find us on YouTube, X, formerly known as Twitter, Threads, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio. Soon to find Spencer on Twitch.
That's right. That's right. And, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I took some L's. You know, it is what it is. Still not watching One Piece, but I respect the characters. And, yeah, Connor, let's get out of here, man. You know, appreciate you. Appreciate Drew in the background. Appreciate Reed. Appreciate
Thank you for
Enoch.
tuning in. See you
Appreciate
next time.
everybody being in here. And, yeah, let's get out of here.